on a whim, I just really want to start putting the walls together. These seemed really short when I was measuring it out. So I got the front wall. If I asked for it, I would have help. All right, it's all laid out. But yeah, so here it is so far. On a whim, I just really want to start putting the walls together. I have more confidence about it because my husband's here. And so I was like, oh, maybe I'll build the walls. And he's like, yeah, go for it, do it. And so I'm like, yeah, maybe I will. Yeah, not bad. Could be worse. So I finished one wall, sidewall, and a couple of things that I ran into while I was doing this was some of the studs, if you can see, is like crooked. It's straight down there, but when I tried to secure it to the other board, it's like twisted slightly, like it warped. Either it was warped to begin with and like curved slightly, or it warped while it was in my garage because it's kind of damp in there. I can't believe it would warp that quick, but I figure as long as it's holding the structure up properly, even if it's just slightly off by a few centimeters, it's not going to matter that much. But either way, I've got a whole wall here done. My first time building a wall. Gosh, it seems so much bigger now that I've had it put together. It's like up to my cheek. These seemed really short when I was measuring it out, but it's like, I don't have any more screws for the size that I need, so I need to get more of those before I can make the next wall. But now I'm like really excited about it, so I'm like, let's get those screws so I can build more of this. I don't know if I can move this though by myself. Probably shouldn't, but I'll give it a go. All right, guys, another wall done.
There is a life I
So there they are,
two
side walls.
Hurrying to cut my teeth. I can take what I need to get by. It doesn't make it easy.
So here is the back wall done, and then I want to see about the front wall, because the front wall, I need to like measure how high it needs to be, and I still am not sure because I don't know if I can put that door that I want to put on it. So I gotta kind of like look at that. It doesn't take much to build the front wall, and I have all the pieces for this, but it's this part here, the top header. So the door has to be 36 inches across no matter what, but the height can be changed by like raising or lowering this piece of wood at the top. I'm wondering if I can build everything else and just leave the header off for now. I don't know. I don't know if that'll make it too unstable or something. I don't know. So I'll just lay out the pieces for now and maybe start attaching them. I don't know. So I got the front wall kind of mapped out here. I am going to start attaching all the places where I can attach. That's where the header, would go. And I'm just going to leave it without the header for now, I guess. Because it seems like it's something that could be attached at the last minute to fit the door in properly. So I'll just work on other parts of it until I'm for sure about that part. Okay, so I have this all hooked together. The only thing is, because it doesn't have that header attached to the top, it's a little wobbly trying to move it. So there's that, but it won't be wobbly once I have all four walls attached together. And so I don't know, just doing this. However, I just want to say something. I was gonna be building this greenhouse with help, and I would have help. If I asked for it, I would have help. But now it's gotten to the point where I'm a bit like gung-ho about doing all of this myself as much as I can now, that I think I'm just gonna go ahead and continue trying to do it on my own. And I'm gonna try to put the walls together. And it's really windy. The lumber's really heavy. I feel like it'll be fine, especially when it's all like put together, I hope. I don't know, but I'm gonna screw it down into the frame I have out there too. I'm gonna start carrying that stuff out there and like laying it down where it's gonna go. I'm crazy, I know. I forgot that before I can start working on the more of the greenhouse. I need to put mulch where the greenhouse is going before I put the walls up, so that it's not so difficult afterwards. This tree's gonna fall. Get away from it. It's too windy for this. I'm crazy.
The other piece of my heart moves slow, somewhere in the great unknown. When I return from the afterglow, will you carry me like I am whole again? Wait, hold on.
All right, it's all laid out, but I gotta take a break. I'm sweating. And I'm still figuring out how I'm gonna do this without help. Okay, I took a break, had some dinner, and now I'm going to try and put this together on my own. And the wind, I believe now is supposed to start dying down, so it's not supposed to get any windier than it is right now.
What if they would roll this together with...
Feeling is all gone. Feeling is all gone. If I could take you back to my youth and show you what I wish I knew, my will is strong with a place to lead.
All right, here it is so far. So you might have seen me at one point. I had accidentally thought that I was supposed to put this board right along the top here in between these two boards and not on top of this board here. And so I had it in between, and so the measurements were totally off. I figured it out once I had it up here, and I'm like, oh, I screwed up. So I had to take it down, unscrew those two top boards there, and re-put them on. But I got it done. I then went through, it's a little wobbly right now because obviously there's much that still needs done, but I went through with more of these long screws and drilled down into this base wood all the way around. For the time being, it's pretty dang heavy. I can't imagine it getting blown over, but you know, we get some crazy wind, so. But yeah, so here it is so far. Okay, those went totally right through. Why did those go all the way through? You know what? I take it back. This is my fault. This is my fault because I couldn't find the exact measurement of screw that they wanted me to use, which was like a 3 1/8, and I'm using 3 1/2. So that's why it went through to the other side, because these are too long. That was my fault. I just wasn't even thinking about it. Dang. So now there's holes on one side. I don't know if that will end up hurting anything, but this definitely doesn't feel flat to the ground. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Okay, I'm gonna build the other one now and use shorter screws. It is a bit impossible to do on your own. Just gonna say it right now. I don't think I can get these end rafters up by myself. I'm gonna have to wait for my husband to come home. Dang it. I don't know how else to get it done because the measurements are like, you know, they're a little janky, they're a little off. So like, it's not laying completely flat, of course. And I need someone to like hold the piece flat in place while I screw in the boards. This is so annoying. So I'm waiting for my husband to get home where he will hopefully help me put the end rafters up on my greenhouse. For the time being, I'm coming out here to take a look at my stuff. I've watered some things a bit this morning because it was just so hot and dry out here. So I watered my wheat over here and broccoli and cauliflower, half of the cabbage, and then I kind of gave up because it was just a lot running back and forth with the watering can. I watered the wheat. Hopefully some more of the seeds will sprout because there's still quite a few patchy spots, but if not, you know, it's whatever. And these have perked up a bit after watering them, so I think they just need some water. Now over here, I've got my pea pods coming up good. There's a whole bunch coming up here. Pea pods never let me down because they almost always come up. It's like 98%, you know, germination rate or something, no matter how old they are, it seems like. I can't remember which ones they were. I think they were just a regular sugar snap pea. And on the other side over there, on the other side of the arch, I'm gonna plant these. Another pea, but they're called First 13, and they're supposed to have pretty tall vines, and the pods are supposed to be extra large. So I'm going to plant those over there, and we'll see. But I'm just showing this now so that I don't forget later on when I don't have a sign over here that that's what's going right here. Well, we got that up there. The only problem is it's not the best, you know what I mean? But it's pretty dang good for a non-professional, first time doing anything with woodworking. Made some mistakes with measurements, but it's pretty good for the most part. I definitely need to get the rafters on tomorrow so that it's more secure, because right now it's still got like some wobble to it, you know? Not a lot, but a little bit. And once all the rafters are on, it'll be a lot more solid. And then I can work on, I guess after the rafters are on, the next step would be like figuring out the siding that goes along the bottom here. I need like some wood panels basically, which that's not a big deal. And then I gotta figure out the actual greenhouse panels that go on. And at some point I need to build there's going to be a back window here. So some of the areas where I ran into some issues was, for one, trying to screw at an angle. I don't have like a pocket drilling, whatever, however they make like pocket angles or holes or however they do it. I don't have anything like that. So I just drilled, you know, freehand, like usual. But if you look closely in there, there's like sap inside here just oozing out. And realized I did that. Just screwed straight through right here. It's not even attached to here, man. So I'm like, I don't know. So there's still some areas I need to kind of finagle away, but for the most part, it looks pretty good. Don't you think? Huh? For somebody who doesn't know what they're doing? So when I said that I wanted to try to build it to the point where like I was basically doing it on my own just to see if I could, and then I could say, hey, you can do this alone if you really, really have to. But when it came to putting the end rafters up, no, needed help with that. Absolutely. There's no way I could have done it as a one person thing. No way. Literally impossible. I guess if you had to, you could find a way, but nearly impossible at least. But yeah, I'm super excited. Rafters are going up tomorrow. And I'll see you tomorrow.